अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन कराम। एक और बार फिर शो अब क्या होगा के एक और प्रोग्राम के साथ आपका मेज़बान खुर्रम हुसैन हाज़िर खिदमत है। आज के प्रोग्राम का हमारा मौजू बहस एक बहुत ही नई डेवलपमेंट, स्पेशली मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री में या किसी भी मुस्लिम ममालिक के लिए अज़रबैजान और अमेरिका और आर्मीनिया की जंग निकोर्ना काराबाख पर। इस जंग में एक बड़े सरप्राइजिंगली अज़रबैजान ने फतह हासिल की और आखिरकार एक एग्रीमेंट हुआ आर्मीनिया के साथ, जिसके साथ आर्मीनिया ने वो पूरा इलाका खाली किया। ये एग्रीमेंट रशिया की इन्फ्लुएंस और अंडर द अम्ब्रेला हुआ। इस पूरी जंग में बज़ाहिर रशिया एक न्यूट्रल किरदार अदा करता रहा। टर्की ने खुल के अज़रबैजान का साथ दिया। पाकिस्तान ओपनली और कोवर्टली कहा जाता है कि अज़रबैजान के साथ खड़ा रहा, और कहीं किसी हद तक कहा जाता है कि इसराइल भी अज़रबैजान के साथ ही था, उसको टेक्नोलॉजी सपोर्ट के हवाले से। इस जंग में अज़रबैजान की जीत के क्या मुहर्रकात हैं, ये कैसे हुई, इसका कोई बड़ा ग्लोबल पॉलिटिक्स पे असर पड़ सकता है, इसमें टर्की का क्या रोल था, रशिया ने इतना डिले इंटरवेंशन क्यों किया, और पाकिस्तान का क्या कोई रोल था या खाली नाम ही है। इन सब ज़ावियों पे हमारे साथ एक और बार तज्ज़िये के लिए मौजूद हैं एम्बेसडर जमील अहमद खान साहब। Ambassador Jamil, welcome to the show once again.
Thank you very much for having me again. In fact, there are three aspects of this Nagorno Karabakh, the success of Azerbaijan and capturing its own territory once again. We had discussed this, I think, if I remember that you had done a show, and I had given all the details at that time that, what had happened and how it had happened. During the Ottoman Empire, how in 1918, how they got liberated, and how then later on went to USSR and so on. But then latest history and the recent history is then from 1988 to 1994, they had again a very bloody kind of war which went on for that long. And then
was it a war or was it a genocide, or was there an actual war? Because there's 20,000 Azerbaijanis lost their lives in that period.
It's a genocide. Other people say that it's genocide, but then it was never investigated by the war crime or by any UN organ on the basis of genocide. But there was a lot of loss of life, And imagine that Armenian are only about 3.1 million people, and they had the courage to breach the sovereignty and integrity of Azerbaijan, and they helped Nicrgowa Karabagh, the rebels.
That was between 89 and 94.
That's right.
It was the same period when it seemed like Europe was ethnically cleansing Muslims, and Bosnia-Herzegovina and Kosovo was also happening at the same time, the genocide over there, at the back of the Dutch forces and the United Nations forces. And it seemed like Europe is happy with that genocide.
No, well, that's right. But even now, probably Azerbaijan, they were very smart this time, and perhaps we should be as smart as Azerbaijan for Kashmir. And I'll come on that point later on. But this time they were very smart. Europe has its own problem these days. The COVID is going on. The economic problem is going on. United States, the change of the government, the change of the president, change of the administration, the COVID, and these two, and Russia was selling arms to both Azerbaijan and Armenians, and then Russians also have their interest that they obviously would like that the Armenians have always been siding with European countries or European Union, so they should try and pull them back again on their side. So they came and intervened, and they have now sent about 1960 troops there, the soldiers there, to ensure the peace along the.
So, but Russia has intervened for quite late. Russia it seemed that wanted that Azerbaijan take back its own its land, or Russia did not want it to intervene. It seemed like Russia took a lot of time, so much so that probably Armenia had no choice but to give it up, to go to Russia, and Russia said, okay, these are the terms of Azerbaijan, which is a terms of surrender. Basically, Armenia's surrender, it's all the territory back to Azerbaijan.
Armenia, legally speaking, had never had this territory. The territory was never recognized as an independent country, and it was always part and parcel of the Azerbaijan. It was because of the ceasefire in 1994 that Armenians, they continued keeping their military forces in Nagorno-Karabakh. So therefore, it was basically illegal. But imagine there were 4 Security Council resolutions. The last Security Council resolution was 884. And in that, they were all siding with the Armenians and the ceasefire, and never spelled out that it was against the integrity and the sovereignty of sovereign country, that is Azerbaijan. But imagine Azerbaijan, they made themselves strong from 94 onward until now. They are now economically much more stronger than they were, what they were in 84 to 1994. So it gives us one lesson, that we have to be economically strong. We have to be united as a nation. Azerbaijan is totally united on this particular point. If we want to, and Pakistan, of course, supported vehemently. And we, on the 20th of October, there's a very strong.
So there is one thing before we go. So there, in our discussion, what support Pakistan did diplomatically, yes, we can see the foreign office statements from Pakistan. But what actually they did on ground? Did they like Turkey or like?
As a former diplomat, I would say that we gave them the diplomatic support. But there are allegations, there are news items not validated properly, but there are news items that we had given them some physical support.
Military support on the ground?
Well, this is what they say. But then on record, what I can see is that the chief of the army staff had put all his weight behind the Azerbaijan chief, and so that I would say is a military diplomacy. But yes, there is an allegation, and those people who are making those allegations, I would not accept that as a former diplomat. But yes, we supported them in all respect. Azerbaijan
diplomatically and militarily, but Turkey was open. Turkey provided them with drones. Turkey deployed its F-16 fighters in Azerbaijan. Turkey had its military advisors openly helping. Turkey provided ammunition and all the required military hardware before and during the war.
We can also sell. There is no embargo on it. But what I'm talking is that we cannot participate along with any other country to go and fight on behalf of any other country. We respect the international law. But yes, we did extend all other supports what was needed.
But what about Turkey? Did Turkey violate international law in its support for Azerbaijan?
Well, the Security Council has not convened any meeting for that. So Turkey, within the norms, they have supported by sending the advisor, by giving the ammunition covertly. If they have done something which the world community, if they cannot prove it, they cannot. But the bottom line is, what I was telling you is that once a country is strong, they can respect and they can make sure that the sovereignty and the integrity of the country, they are able to make sure that it happens.
No, but Prime Minister Imran Khan, in his interview, one of the latest interviews, he said that Kashmir and Nicgowa Karabagh are different because Kashmir is recognized as a disputed territory, whereas Nicrowa Karabagh was legally part of Azerbaijan and it was illegally occupied by Armenia. So Azerbaijan has just taken it back.
Is very right in saying so. What parallel I'm drawing here is Security Council resolution, right, of that ceasefire, and that is still intact. That resolution has not been changed. There are 4 Security Council resolutions. The last one, 884, I'm saying. And according to that, this Azerbaijan was not supposed to. But Azerbaijan waited for that long. And they saw that there is nothing is happening by the Security Council. Nothing is happening on the diplomatic front. So what they did was that they went and they took their the land or the territory back. Now, that to that extent is true. Kashmir, if you draw the parallel, every day our sovereignty is being violated. The Kashmir, which is under our administration, they are trying to intrude that. Once they are trying to come into the territory of the territory which is under our administration, it's not the sovereignty, I would say, it's in our administration, then in that case, it's tantamounts to the sovereignty of that, number one. Number two, they are causing damages to the life and property of the people living in the Azad Kashmir, which is our responsibility. Number three, that they are not respecting the international law and the Security Council resolution. Number four, that the military observers who are supposed to be deployed on that side, Security Council resolution in 1949, it's not being respected, and Security Council has not been able to implement it. So all those grounds are there, and then those on the basis of those grounds, and so much of human right violation, and people are just crying for the help. So there is a General Assembly resolution 2649, and according to that, any country of the world, if asked by the freedom fighters for a support, they can extend the support of all kind. And according to that resolution, which I'm quoting, we can really give them all kind of support, including like Azerbaijan, we could get them the
So Pakistan can give the military support to the freedom fighters in Kashmir as
um,
well.
according to according to the resolution
So
2649.
Pakistan should go back to the pre-Musharraf policies of supporting a freedom fight in Kashmir.
Well,
That's the thing.
that was covertly, and we can do it overtly within the norms if we follow that 2649. Although the world would not like it, and the Indians would not like it, but then this is the time for them, because in the China in 1962 had really asked us that this is the time you can take your part of the Kashmir, and because they
And
had.
Ayub Khan caved in under the
And this time
US
again,
pressure once again.
China has given a good pressure from that side. India is having their own problem of the COVID and the economy. And the Kashmiris, they are really in a big problem. And I would say that we should really work out our
So
comprehensive
do you
plan.
think so? Pakistan political and the military leadership has any interest in any military action against atrocities committed in
Yes,
Kashmir,
yes.
or it seems like they will keep giving the diplomatic statements. There don't seem to be any grounds to believe that there will be any military action to help Kashmiris by Pakistan in any near
I'm
future.
drawing the parallel. I'm drawing the parallel between Azerbaijan action, that they didn't see any Security Council resolution implementation. They made sure that they do it themselves. Now, Pakistan has to really work out around this point, right? And of course, we have to really respect international law, and keep bearing in mind all what international norms are. And in that context, we have to really have the full force of Russia, China, and so many other countries, on the basis of human rights, on the basis of war crime which is taking place. And war crime, once I say, I have with me the international law, that is Geneva Convention Article 49 and additional protocol of Geneva Convention Article 20, and the war crime.
So there are a lot of international laws
Yeah.
which Pakistan can use to help
We have to be
Kashmiris.
strong. What I'm saying is that we have to be united. We are not. We have to be economically strong. We are not. Right. And
Okay.
for 70 years, we are just in this dilemma, and every time we are having this
So
difficulty.
Pakistan should learn from Azerbaijan and fix its
I think
house
it's a
and
great example.
militarily and economically and political unity as well
Absolutely.
to fight for Kashmir.
Absolutely. And Kashmiris, they are, they are looking at us, and they die. They die with the slogan of Pakistan, and they
Let's
die.
hope. Let's hope that the powerhouses in Rawalpindi and Islamabad will put some ear to it and make some plans for the people of Kashmir and
First,
learn
the
some
people.
lessons from Azerbaijan as well.
First, the people of Pakistan have to make themselves strong enough economically, morally, and they have to remove all the differences among themselves.
Okay, so with
Respect
that,
everyone.
we will be concluding our show with the hope that Kashmir will find the freedom like the people of Nicgowa Karabagh, inshallah soon. And please like and subscribe our channel and put comments about our show and any future topic you would like to have in our show. With that, I'll thanks Ambassador Jamil for his presence, and till next time, thank you.